Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shannon, I'm the Wisdom Wench, and in today's video we are finally straining the fire cider. I cannot believe it's been 6 weeks already. That has flown by. It feels like only yesterday I made that video, but it's been 6 whole weeks. In today's video we are going to finally strain it off, something I'm super excited about. But then I had the idea of turning half of the fire cider into an oxymel. It's more than just straining a fire cider today, which I'm really excited about. So let's get started. It is time. We are going to drain off the fire cider. We're going to try the fire cider, and then we're going to make an oxymel. I'm really excited. Look at it. Look how pretty. It has been 6 weeks since I've made this, so it's time to get going. This is where we're up to. You can see that it's taken this really lovely pink hue, and that a lot of the fruits have started to go really pale, because all that colour has been taken right out, and everything that was dried has rehydrated. Look at it. Right, we are jumping straight into this one with draining off the fire cider, because I want to get to making some oxymels. So, start. Ooh. Oh, she's looking beautiful. Oh, that really smells like chili. Okay, so let's start. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but here we are. Just look at that colour. Isn't that amazing? And what's cool is you can see just how much was taken out of all of these. It's so pale now. Got much more of this than I'd expected. I did not think we were going to get that much, because it looked like there was so much in there. I want to do a second strain. So in here are cleaned and sterilised muslins. Oh, still quite a bit of pulp and stuff in that. Wow, that is a lot, and we're still going. Okay. That is everything that was in the fire cider. Let's see how much we can fit in here. This is a clean, dry and sterilised bottle. Look at that colour. Okay, so now we're going to get as much as we can out of the rest of this. So, yeah, I'm going to try something. Wonder what would happen if I put it in a food processor and then tried to get a load of liquid out. Look how much more is coming out of that. This will definitely need a second straining though. And start. And we're going to repeat that because that worked really well. Is what's left for oxymels, which is actually a lot more than I thought there would be. So I'm going to clear this up, and then we're going to do a taste test and make an oxymel. Look how pretty. This is the fire cider in all its glory. The fruity fire cider. And I love the colour of this. I needed a bigger bottle, but this is all I had, so this will have to do with actual straight fire cider. I've got some of the leftover veggies and fruits that I didn't blitz because I was talking to my friend Anna, who's adept at fire cider, and she said that you can snack on these pieces for like an immune boost. So we're going to try that afterwards. And this is what's left to make oxymels. This is too much. But whatever's left over will go in the fridge. We're going to try it now. I am really nervous. I'm adding it to a cute cup for just to make me feel better. So this is what we've got. We're going to try. I'm so scared. I've seen multiple ways to take fire cider. We're going to try them all. We are first going to try with straight. And everything I've seen is about like half a shot of it a day, straight, which I'm probably not going to end up doing. Another one I've seen is to dilute about a shot of it into a cup of water and then use honey to taste. I've also seen people put it on salads and in food, which is another option. But we're going to try it. It smells really fruity. You can really... At first it's a lot of chili and a lot of garlic, a lot of the spice, but then afterwards the orange kind of hits, and that's quite nice. I'm actually really nervous. I put a lot of chili in it, guys. I'm so scared. Be fine, be fine, be fine. Be fine. We're going to do it. It'll be good. Cheers. Oh, come on. I actually feel scared. Whew. Oh, there's the chili. Oh, okay. That's warm. That is warm. Oh, okay. Flavour-wise, actually quite nice. It's like a really spicy orange. The orange, there's a lot of it there. And it is hot. Oh, and there's the garlic. That comes through a lot later. That's actually quite nice. Afterwards, that is lovely. The chili hits you like a second after, and you feel it kind of in a circle here. So it's around your sinuses and the top of your head here. Oh, like my head feels clear. Like really clear. Like a gust of wind has just kind of come through and like blown through your face back and just pushed everything out. I feel very clear-headed. I feel very warm as well. Like I can feel it kind of all here and into my stomach. Like I'm warm. I'm very warm. I could try it diluted in water now. I feel really energized. Like really energized. That is quite cool. That is really cool. I've got a glass of water. I don't know where my shot glasses are, so I'm going to use a tablespoon. I'm going to put a tablespoon of it in water. That's really fruity. When you dilute it a bit, you kind of get more of the, a bit more of the blackberry comes through when it's diluted, which feels really strange to me. And then you can add honey to taste. I wouldn't actually add honey to this. This is quite refreshing, but I'm going to add half a teaspoon of honey to this. And you can take that straight as well, or you can mix it in the water. I'm mixing it in the water because we're doing this here. We're going to make the oxymel next. Yeah, and then the honey just adds a lot of sweetness to it. Probably even too much. If you wanted a vegan alternative, I'd probably use maple syrup, which we've got here. So when we make our oxymel next, I'm going to be making two. One with honey, and then one that is completely plant-based with maple syrup. I feel like, yeah, I feel great. I'm like ready to go. It's really good. I expected this to be a lot, quite frankly, a lot worse. It was really nice. So, oh wait, no. We didn't try the fruit. We didn't try the fruit and veg. What am I going to try first? Should I try a chili? I'm going to try a chili. Is that a bad idea? Probably. Am I going to do it? Yeah. It's a little bit of chili. I've never had a ooh! I was going to say, I've never had a chili that tastes so much like blackberries. And then the chili hit me. That's really nice. That is really nice. Thanks, Anna, for the suggestion. I'm going to keep this in my fridge and then probably snack on these over the next few days, because these have also been like semi-preserved from being in the vinegar. So, okay. Next, we're going to move on to the oxymels. Let's start with what is an oxymel. An oxymel is a herbal medicine with two ingredients, and that is vinegar and honey. Simple as that. It's been used since, I think the first oxymel recipe I read was something like 4,000 years ago. I will fact check that. They're used often for like colds, flus, for respiratory conditions, for immune boosting and immunity issues. So they're a really great thing to have over winter. And as we are in that slow transition from summer into autumn, I find those transition stages are when I tend to get the most sick. So because of that, I'm trying to get ahead on all of those medicines. So we are going to make an oxymel next. We are going to make two. Let's get started. So we're going to start with a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to see how much fits in here, and then measure that out in cups and add the same of honey, leaving some space for the honey. I think I'm going to fill that up to about there. So let's see how much that is in cups. Okay, so that is just under a cup of honey, a cup of fire cider. So I'm going to add just under a cup of, I'm going to start with the maple syrup. I'm going to make the maple syrup one first. Just under a cup. I don't know if I have a cup of maple syrup in here. We're going to find out. Oh, just under a cup of maple syrup. I'm going to add that in. Got a clean teaspoon. And we're going to mix all of this together. So you can see that this is a bit more syrupy than the fire cider alone. Let's add that back in here. Did I leave enough space is what we're going to find out. Oh, not quite. Okay, I need to leave more space in the future, I know that. What's important when you're making oxymels, or however you're choosing to store your fire cider, is that you use either a plastic lid, or if you're using a metal lid, add a bit of parchment paper between the two, because the vinegar in this will corrode it. And then most importantly, we label it. And then I'm just going to add the date that I brewed it, and the date and the expiry date. This is going to last about a year in the fridge, or it's going to last closer to 6 months if we keep it in a cool, dry place. I'm going to put this in the fridge because I want it to keep all through, and then I will adjust. And if I don't use it as much next year, then I don't use it as much next year. So this is the vegan oxymel. And we're going to put that to one side and move on to the honey one. So this one I'm going to do in this bowl. Right, so we know from measuring this that it is about a cup to a cup. But so we've also learned that if I put a full cup in, I'm going to have extra left over like this. I might just have to like lump and leave. So we're going to do our cup of fire cider. I've got 2 jars of the exact same size, so we know it's just under a cup. So we're going to add the honey. I use a honey that's local to me. Preferably if you can get a honey from a balanced honey provider, which means that they won't take all of the honey, which is better for the bees if you're going to have honey. So the vinegar is going to kind of like tear apart the honey a bit and it will combine, but it just takes a bit more time. You can already see that this is a lot thicker and a lot more syrupy than the other one. And like before, we're going to add it to this. I'm going to use a funnel though. Oh, I measured that perfectly. Look at me go. We're going to add the lid. And then most importantly of all, we add a label. Fire cider oxymel with honey. Okay, we're done. We got a little bit of medicine here. So we're going to start by trying our oxymels. We've got the fire cider with maple syrup oxymel here, and I think we're going to do this one first. So I've got clean sterilised teaspoons. There we go, a little bit here. That just kind of tastes like a really sweet, slightly spicy orange juice. But you can definitely feel it's very soothing when it kind of goes down here. So you can tell that this does the job. And then this one is the fire cider oxymel with honey. This one is a lot thicker. Oh. Okay, so the maple syrup one seems to dull down the spice a little bit more and you get more of the fruitiness, but with the honey you still get a lot of the spice, which is quite nice. I think I actually quite like having a bit more of the spice. And I've also packed up the last little bit of the fruits and veggies from this, and I'm going to take a few of these over the next few days. Like, snack on them to get that immune boosting. And I had a little bit of fire cider left over, so that's in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store this dry, as in not in the fridge, for the next maybe month or so, just because I'm not going to be opening it, I'm not going to be using it. It can sit to one side while I work through this. I'm going to take it as an immunity booster and take it before I get sick, because that was one of the theories with fire cider, is that you can take it on the run up to get sick, almost like a preventative. So I'm going to take this on the run up to getting sick, and I'm only going to do about that half a shot glass a day. I'm probably going to dilute it into water just so it's not as bad on your teeth, but I know if I'm in a rush I can just do that. And then when this is all done, I'll swap it out for this one. These are also going to be stored in the fridge. Are they different size jars? Oh yeah, I didn't notice. I want to keep them cool and I want to keep them lasting because I work in retail and I work around a load of kids, so I get sick basically from autumn through to spring. So I want these lasting and I want all their effects. So they are going to get stored in the fridge. I'm happy that we found multiple uses for a fire cider and it isn't solely this one, even though I am very happy with it. But we've managed to make some oxymels too for cold and flu season, all ready to go. We are prepping. Yeah, I'm going to put all this away and clean up my kitchen because it is not great. It is not. And then I'll be with you again in a moment. So that was an all-round success, right? It was great. I was very, very happy with it. The fire cider is currently stored upstairs. The smaller jar of fire cider that I put the leftover in is in the fridge, and the oxymels are also in the fridge because I want them to keep and I'm a little bit worried about them being in a cupboard. I'm sure it'd be fine, and next year when I make this, I'll probably make an oxymel and keep it in a cupboard just kind of as a tester to see how it goes. I also don't know how much of it I'm going to use, so I don't know if I'm going to want to make more of the actual fire cider next year, or if I'm going to want to make the oxymels as well. So we'll see. This is a bit of an experiment, but so far it's been a successful one. And I really liked this. For me, the straining off the fire cider I had to do fairly quickly, and making all the other bits. And what I liked about it is how quick it was to make. I'm currently extremely busy, and all in all, it took me to strain off the fire cider and make the oxymels and clean everything up about an hour, and that is because I was filming as well. I think if I wasn't filming, it would have gone really, really quickly. So I'm very happy with that. I'm excited to see how it works over the next few months. So please let me know what you thought in the comments below. Oh, I do have a quick request. For next week's video, I'm going to be doing a roundup of my foundation year of studying herbalism, and I'm about to go into my professional course, which is the clinical side of it. If you have any questions about the foundation course, I have a community post up calling for questions, or pop them in the bottom of this video. And as long as it was put in there before I started recording, I will get to it. But I'll be doing a roundup of the course, so if you want to know anything about the course itself, or if you want to know anything about studying herbalism as a whole, whether you want to do it kind of more as a hobby, or if you'd like to take it more clinical, please let me know, and I will try and answer as much as I can. Thank you all so much for being here as always. It's been amazing since my last historical herbal video. I've got so many new faces here, and I'm really excited to share this journey with you. I'm feeling very humbled and very excited for the future. And with that, that's the end of today's video. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Goodbye, everyone. I don't know if you heard, my dog just sighed at me. I really need to cut this back. Okay. Ooh. Yep, I'm going to become one with the plants. Oh. Oops. Oh dear. I should have done that a lot slower than I did. I'm going to actually take off my ring, because all that acid cannot be good for it. I've made so much mess. Shh, shh, shh. Quiet, dog. You are zen. You are peace. Do not let the inner husky take over.